In the last video, I talked about the two witnesses, and I explained how in Revelation it talks about the two witnesses, and I showed you that the two olive trees are the two anointed ones in Zechariah. When you want to understand the two witnesses, you need to read Zechariah. And it shows you the two anointed ones stand before the Most High of the whole earth in verse 14 of Zechariah. And in Revelation chapter 11, verse 4, it says, these are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the Elohim of the earth. Right? So those two verses show the link, and that's how you read the scriptures. You're going to make those two links, and now you read the two of them together, study them together, and now you have a bulk of information. But there are other analogies that explain Israel's progression from power to servitude to being resurrected. And we can see that in Ezekiel chapter 23. And the two witnesses are the same of these two women that we're about to read in Ezekiel 23. And I'm going to read a bulk of it, but I'm going to skip through it. You should read the whole thing for yourselves. It's definitely unmistakably an analogy of Israel, but the two witnesses and the two women are the same people. Ezekiel chapter 23 verse 1. The word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother, and they committed whoredoms in Egypt. They committed whoredoms in their youth. There were their breasts pressed, and there they bruised the teats of their virginity. And the name of them were Aholah the elder, and Aholibah her sister, and they were mine, and they bare me sons and daughters. Thus were their names. Samaria is Aholah, and Jerusalem is Aholibah. Aholah played the harlot when she was mine, and she doted on her lovers, the Assyrians her neighbors. When we read this now, we see that there are two sisters, and they are married to the Most High. Now it tells you plainly in these verses who the two sisters are, so we don't have to guess. Samaria is Aholah, and Jerusalem is Aholibah. Here we have a split between the tribes of Israel. So two tribes, Judah and Benjamin, lived in Jerusalem, and the other 10 tribes, Simeon, Issachar, and the rest, were living in Samaria. So we can see that plainly. Let's read 1 Kings 16:23. In the 31st year of Asa, king of Judah, Omri began to reign over Israel. So we see a king of Judah, and we have a king over Israel. So Omri to reign over Israel 12 years. 6 years reigned he in Tirzah, and he bought the hill of Samaria of Shema for 2 talents of silver, and built on the hill, and called the name of the city he built after the name of Shemer, owner of the hill Samaria. So we see that that's where they dwelt. The children of Israel, the 10 tribes, dwelt in Samaria. Those are the two sisters. Verse 22. Therefore Aholibah, thus saith the Elohim of Israel, Behold, I will raise up lovers against thee, from whom thy mind is alienated, and I will bring them against thee on every side. And they shall come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, with an assembly of people, which shall set themselves against thee in buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgments before them, and they shall judge thee according to their judgments. Aholibah is Samaria. And the Most High is angry with both of them, but in this verse, he's talking about Jerusalem. Aholibah is Jerusalem, and he's going to send Babylon eventually against them. But he's setting them up now, letting them know that they're going to be destroyed by Babylon. Verse 25. And I will set jealousy against them, and they shall deal furiously with thee, and they shall take away thy nose and thine ears, and thy remnant shall fall by the sword, and they shall take thy sons and thy daughters, and thy residue shall be devoured by fire. They shall also strip thee out of thy clothes, and take away thy fair jewels. This is all about Israel being broken down. And that's what it's talking about in the two witnesses when it says, when they have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. When we're reading this now, this is the two sisters being broken down, like the two witnesses being broken down. At this point, you can just see its analogy. You have two women. The analogies are different, but the people are the same. So to sum this all up, the Most High was angry with the two witnesses. He's angry at the two tribes of Israel, the two sticks. These are all the same thing. When we read the Bible, it's important to remain consistent. The Bible is about a story about Israel, and it's just told different ways. There's no big mystery. And I'm going to continue to break all these parts down individually. I'm going to go through the two witnesses, each line, and break it down and to explain to you exactly what that is. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.